Leading us off this hour, a judge issued $1 million bond for the man accused of killing a rapper in a shooting in the River Oaks area.
Yeah, that suspect appeared before a judge just after turning himself into police earlier today. Janelle Bluta joining us live with more on this story. Janelle?
Yeah, guys, well, that shooting happened right here near the intersection of San Felipe and Midlane. That victim telling his mom before the shooting he believed he was being set up.
12 days after the shooting he's accused of committing, 40-year-old Montrell Burley went before a judge today.
Montrell Burley?
After police say he turned himself into them after being charged with murder.
Mr. Burley, you are here because a warrant was issued for your arrest.
Allegations were read against him in probable cause court today.
The state has filed a no bond motion for Mr. Burley for his use of a deadly weapon with a prior felony conviction.
Court records show investigators were able to identify Burley as a suspect in the March 30th shooting of Daryl Gentry, a rapper known on social media as BTB Savage. Documents show investigators used cell phone records and license plate readers to link Burley to the crime.
Also, surveillance shows this defendant back in the New Braunfels area the night of the murder, wiping down the vehicle.
The motive, according to court records, revealed Gentry was involved in a shooting death earlier this year of a man in San Antonio during an attempted robbery. Investigators say it was justified and no charges were filed against Gentry. But court records say the man who was killed was allegedly friends with and part of a gang with Burley.
No mother should ever feel this pain. No mother should ever have to bury her child.
Gentry's mother told KHU11 her son believed people wanted to retaliate against him after he talked about the San Antonio shooting online.
And I said, what's going on? And he said, I think they're trying to set me. I'm sorry. He said, I think they're trying to set me up.
Burley's bond was set at $1 million today. Anyone with information on any other suspect involved in this shooting, you're asked to call police. Back to you.
Janelle, thanks for the latest on this story.
Tonight, we are learning a possible motive in the shooting death of a young rapper. Daryl Gentry, known as BTB Savage, was targeted and killed near River Oaks last month. The suspected shooter, 40-year-old Montrell Burley, is still on the run. We're also learning how police were able to identify him. Maria Aguilera has the new developments on this case tonight. Maria.
Lenmia, investigators were able to identify one of the suspects who is still on the run by using fairly new technology. Cameras like this one are what Houston police used to identify a suspect in a deadly shooting near River Oaks on March 30th, where Daryl Gentry was killed, a rapper known on social media as BTB Savage.
We do believe this is a targeted incident.
Police later identified 40-year-old Montrell Burley as one of the suspects. New court records show home surveillance videos captured the car the suspects were driving on Midlane at the time of the shooting. Then they used license plate readers to track the suspect's vehicle, a black Subaru near Westheimer and West Loop and near Ridgely and Wirt Road, and outside of Houston, westbound on I-10 in Fayette County going towards San Antonio. Investigators also used Burley's cell phone to track where he was the night of the homicide. The motive, according to court records, revealed Gentry was involved in the shooting death of a man in San Antonio during an attempted robbery. Investigators say it was justified and no charges were filed. The man who was killed was allegedly friends with and part of a gang with Burley.
No mother should ever feel this pain. No mother should ever have to bury her child.
Gentry's mother told KHOU 11 her son believed people wanted to retaliate against him after he talked about the San Antonio shooting online.
And I said, what's going on? And he said, I think they're trying to set me. I'm sorry. He said, I think they're trying to set me up.
Houston police are still looking for Burley and another suspect who has yet to be identified. Maria Aguilera, KHOU 11 News.
Breaking news near River Oaks, a drive-by shooting leaving one man dead in his car in the middle of the street.
You can see just how many shell casings litter the ground. It happened along mid-lane near San Felipe. Maria Aguilera is there tonight. Maria.
Houston police are calling this a targeted shooting. Investigators say 2 suspects opened fire on a car on the street behind me, leaving 1 person dead. Now, this all happened around 6 p.m. here on mid-lane. The driver of that white Mercedes, an African-American man in his mid-20s. Witnesses told officers a black Subaru SUV drove up and then gunfire began. They saw 2 suspects dressed in black hoodies, possibly wearing sunglasses, before the SUV took off again.
I just want to say this. We got a great city with a lot of great citizens. And I've said it before. You harm somebody, you kill somebody in our city. No stone left unturned. We're coming after you.
The man who was killed has not been identified yet, but the FBI is assisting HPD. Investigators are looking at surveillance video to try and gather more information, and officials are asking anyone with information on this shooting tonight to call Houston police. In River Oaks, Maria Aguilera, KHOU 11 News.